Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of CTS Biz Talk. I'm your usual host, Frank Stevens. So today's topic is security awareness training. And what exactly is it? So this is something that I've had a couple previous podcasts and videos on, and I want to show everybody. So those who are just listening on Spotify, feel free to jump over when you get a chance if you want to see the visual on our YouTube channel. But I want to show everyone what it entails, the importance of it, and how it looks to the end user and from the management perspective. So as I mentioned, I've been preaching security awareness training, or what I call SAT, for several years. And to us, in almost any organization who takes cybersecurity seriously, it is a critical piece to every organization. So if you could do the research yourself, and I've been mentioning this for a long time, but the vast majority, like I'm talking 80, 90% of all the majority of malicious attacks occur because of human error. So I can put all the firewalls, endpoint detection response, policies, procedures, backup disaster recoveries, anything that you could possibly think of, a security operations center. But at the end of the day, if a human makes an error, that's where the malicious actors and the hackers know that they're going to be most successful. So it's duping someone, a human, into doing something, taking action, and that's where a breach typically happens. So that's why security awareness training is so critical. It's educating the people who have access to your network, who use the systems, who use your financial system. It teaches them what to be aware of, what the current and the upcoming threats may be, how to sniff it out, how to make yourself say, hey, something isn't right. And then more importantly, either stepping away or escalating it and providing those examples to other people and their IT and management to say, hey guys, this is something that's serious. So there's three pieces for us that we like to deploy for security awareness training. The first is, and this is one that we got from a client, it is imperative and required for this client. So not going to mention, but Jim, thank you for this idea. And we've been deploying this to several clients. Before an employee or either a contractor starts at your organization, they are required to take security awareness training. What that means is before they even get to log into their initial systems. And for us, when we deploy new systems or onboard a new employees, we're typically there on site to help the new employees to make sure that they are familiar with their setup, any applications, their login and everything. But before they even do that, we sit them down and they're required to take about 15 to 20 minutes of the training. So it's not just an IT thing. It is part of the onboarding from an HR requirement of those employees. Okay, so what it means is they're going to get basic networking, password management ideas, and tons of other things that will make sure that they are not going to put the organization and the data and systems at rest. So to us, that's step one from the security awareness training. The second piece is ongoing phishing training for all employees. So phishing is PHIS Phishing, so similar to fishing, like you're catching fish out of a lake, but it's with a PH. And what this means is phishing is where someone sends you basically a non-malicious email, and it's typically a bad actor, and it basically doesn't have anything wrong. So it's going to pass through all the spam checks. It's going to pass through any kind of endpoint detection response. It's going to pass all the other checks from a virus perspective. So there's nothing in that email that may be malicious. But we've all seen these. They're fake emails that could be coming from Microsoft saying your password's incorrect. Hey, we're canceling your iPhone order that you got off of Amazon. Your FedEx delivery or UPS delivery has been delayed. And the idea is that you're going to click on the link, and basically that's the hook. So, quote unquote, the phishing that's going to get a naive person or someone who's just not familiar with what to look for to go to a website to enter in critical and sensitive information. Or there could be a payload of malicious software that's going to come down onto the machine. So, what we do, but the second part of that security awareness training is the system we use. We partner with a group called FinSec, and they will send relevant fake phishing attempts to all employees, 1 or 2 per month, to see if they can dupe them into clicking on it. And if they do, it brings them to a page saying, "Hey, you've been phished. And you know what? We need to sign you up for some additional training so that this isn't going to happen again." So it's a great way, and then for the employee to get additional training after that first onboarding. The other thing is their management can be alerted to say, "Hey, this person fell for it," and they are now signed up for additional classes. So our clients and their management has the capability of making it as stringent or as loose as they want. So it could be recommended training, it could be forced training, whatever you guys want to do. And then once they're signed up for that additional training, their managers get to see the status of it, if they completed, and in some cases there's quizzes afterwards to verify that they understood and comprehended what the current risks are and what they should and should not be doing. So the third piece is most of our clients do this. Is obviously it's not required, but we do encourage it. And it's basically overall cybersecurity or security training just in general. And I'm going to share out my screen so you can see what this looks like. And every month there's a new 10 to 15 minute video of the do's and don'ts. And it's really kind of fun. They're typically animated videos. The end users really kind of enjoy it. It's not really dry and stuff like that, but it's pretty effective. So this is, and I'm purposely not taking all my training classes, but on a monthly basis, it'll say, "Hey, Frank, it looks like you've got 14 trainings that you need to complete." So I have not done this purposely again for quite some time. And so when they click on that link, it's going to take you to all the monthly security training that's available. So for June is physical security interactive. The previous month is don't play the blame game. So this is a fun thing where it takes you down the path where an employee may be in certain situations where they have to take ownership in what happened. Cybersecurity mystery. So this is a fun animation, but it takes the end user, again, 10, 15 minutes. Some of them are shorter, and it makes them understand. It tells a story. It takes them down the path for them to understand what those threats are. This is a good one, how to create secure passwords. I've been talking for many, many years of tips and tricks. So this is a great opportunity for people to relearn that, or maybe they're not using proper password creation. Device management and Internet of Things. So what Internet of Things are IoTs, for those who aren't aware, these are the devices in our businesses or homes, such as smart thermostats, smart TVs, tons of different devices that you have out there that have internet capabilities. They're on the internet, which means that they're on your network. And if that's the case, it has access to unrestricted access to your network. In many cases, IoTs are not getting proper firmware upgrades. These devices are put out there into the public and into organizations where there are still unknown vulnerabilities and they're not properly patched. So what we tell is this is an example of how to manage those devices. What we do for our clients is we put them on what's called VLANs, or we separate the traffic of the IoTs. So in the event that they are compromised and people are taking advantage of those vulnerabilities, they don't have access to the full network. Here's a great one. It's clone phishing. So this goes back to the phishing attempt and additional stuff. Here's one that's not really IT related. It's travel security. So we've got clients that they travel the world. Some of the places are not the best places from a cybersecurity perspective, and some aren't. So we've got clients that do travel to overseas. They have to travel to Russia for work, and these are tips and tricks on how to protect yourself, your assets, and your machine. Information security, so privacy and PII. And this is basically ensuring that you understand your role as an employee of an organization to make sure that data is classified into I call them buckets, so that you know what is basically open to the public, what is how data should be classified for internal use, and what should be deemed as confidential. Secure desk policy. Again, I haven't taken this one. I'm guessing it's probably the majority of it is don't write your password and put it underneath your keyboard, but I'm sure there's some other tips and tricks in there. Proactive security awareness and how to report stuff. So this is what I mentioned about before, that in the event that there is some kind of phishing attempt that's going on, you have to be able to first identify it and then report it as necessary. Social engineering, to me, this is awesome, and I can go for hours talking about stories about these scary stories about how these malicious hackers and actors are using social engineering to scam and con people into providing them access. So what this means is, if I'm an employee of an organization, I'm out there on LinkedIn, I've got a Instagram, I've got a TikTok, Facebook, and with those capabilities and with all the data that's out there on websites such as fastpeoplesearch.com and all that, they have the capability of bringing all that information to light so that they can use that as a way to penetrate me as an employee to get access to my accounts and get into the systems. This is a good one. This is password cracking in progress. It's actually, this one I did see. It is basically how these guys are cracking passwords and how quickly they can, and the importance of multi-factor authentication and creating complex passwords. So this is a good one. I've not done this one, but not so helpful chatbots. So kind of interesting. As we know, there's chatbots all over the place. There's artificial intelligence on the back end with LLMs, or large language models, that feed these systems on how to react based on different questions and feedback of the user. And there are, unfortunately, most just bad dudes out there that are using these as a malicious way to infiltrate a network and stuff like that. And smishing, that is one of the newer acronyms that's out there, and we've all had this. Smishing is basically the act of, instead of phishing, which is sending it via email, this is, and we've all get these. I get these almost every day, where it's an SMS or a text message to my phone saying, hey, your package wasn't delivered, or hey, you're having an issue with your phone system, or I always get this, your Venmo account is being compromised. Click on this link. So similar to phishing, where it's via email, smishing is via SMS and text messaging. So it tells people how to handle those when you get those, especially if it's a work phone or actually a personal phone, and your work email is on that phone. To have that phone then compromised is a serious situation where data and stuff is going out the door. Stuff we definitely won't want. So hopefully this was helpful and you guys understand what security awareness training looks like from the end user and the management and ownership of an organization. So, and the one thing I forgot to mention, how much is this? So we sell our security awareness for training for only $3 a month per user. So it is one of the cheapest security insurance policies that you can possibly get, and ensuring that your employees, contractors, and your entire organization understands how critical it is to be aware of the threats that are out there, how to identify them, and how to make sure that they're not falling for them. So I hope this has been super helpful. If you have enjoyed and got something out of this, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you much. Have been a great one. Take care, everyone.